Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Phasmophobia video. What we have here for you today is just like a really good no evidence game, and kind of showing you my process and everything on how I determine what ghost it is and what ghost it isn't. This is kind of a fun game for it. I said I can really go through the process and really, try to show the people watching, kind of how I go through my process here and there, and hopefully it works out for y'all too. Kind of help learn the no evidence thing and what to do and what not to do. Um, it's an interesting game, I can tell you that. Has a probably different ending than you expect. But if you like the video, leave a like, leave a dislike, whatever. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you want to see more of this, please subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a good one, and please enjoy the video. Thank you. And this is just kind of like the ways of playing the game, right? So we'll do Tanglewood next and do another one here to try, maybe we'll get a little better or we can explain ghosts a little more. Um, Light, crucifix, smudge, always get a lighter. I don't know why this game's gotten so laggy for me lately. I don't know what it is. Um, but generally on like load in, it always takes a minute to load. It's like something weird's going on there. I didn't always used to do this, but it's like getting worse as the longer I play. So I wonder if there's like some like memory leak or something going on. But the ghost can at any time, right? So the goal is to turn lights on for the ghost hunts. Like these are the most important lights to get on. Set the crucifix down, and you kind of wait. Because we want to be able to see the ghost. We hope it's not a crawly ghost. Fuck crawly ghosts. What was that? It's hunting? So you gotta listen, right? I can hear it. It's normal speed. It's a poltergeist. So watch how quickly it throws. Or is it not going to do it now? You see how it's like throwing like really fast and really far? I should have... Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do the best we can to make a polter bomb as quickly as possible. And the way you do that is you put a lot of items in like this little area here. And places that you can loop it. And we're going to try to get as much as we can before the ghost decides to murder us. I didn't even drop everything, so I'm doing one item at a time. I should probably pick my shit back up. That should be good. Oh, we know what we'll do? We'll get the potato. Come here, potato. Oh. That felt very polter-like. I could be wrong. It didn't go like super crazy. But it did seem crazy. It's risky going out of range of crucifix. And now that ghost isn't going to hunt. Of course, right? Ghost hunted just fine. I didn't smudge it. There's no timer going. Picture little doggies, too. Yeah, I know you said earlier, Domingo, like I was just telling James, about Nuclear Nightmare. I actually kind of like to maybe do something with that at some point. It's a little bit more hunting. Is it in the basement? Ghost? Hello? Hello? There we go. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. He was stuck in the parents' bedroom forever. I guess I shouldn't be able to hear it that live in the basement. I should have known it was in the basement. That was fucking weird. Ghost was like stuck in there. It's a fun game. Maybe at some point we can play together. I definitely enjoy it. Oh, it's our little polter check here. Maybe we can actually get this damn ghost to do something. Here we go. It's hunting. And it's coming out. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to watch it throw here, right? And I'm not in line of sight, but the ghost knows where I'm at because I have my light on, so it's just going to keep running around. It's not a poltergeist because it's not throwing enough. If it was a poltergeist, this whole table would be clear already. So it's 100% not a polter. We're going to smudge it, start a timer right now. So here's what we'll do. So we've gotten some stuff. So we know the ghost is in that room right there. So we'll talk through some things as best we can. So this ghost is a normal speed ghost, right? So it's not going to be a fast ghost. And there's a big list of fast ghosts in the game. But now we have to start doing a lot of checks that are very specific to ghosts here, right? So one, we're going to do salt, right? Salt is a check for a wraith. And we're going to do that by putting salt here, here, and probably just put some right here. And we just heard the ghost walk through it just now, so we know it's not a wraith. Wraiths cannot walk in salt. Another check is Onryo. Onryo can't hunt while a firelight is going. That's what they call it in this game. And it's near it, right? In a sense. If the ghost is in range of the firelight, it's in range of a crucifix. But it will never use the crucifix while the firelight is on. That's what's unique about the Onryo. We're gonna grab this. I can't remember how much sanity I get back for my sanity pills. There are certain ghosts we can't test out certain sanity, but I don't think I have that really on. The ghost should be able to hunt anytime now. Yeah, the ghost can hunt. So we're not gonna leave here until a hunt starts because we want to test for. And it tried to hunt. Okay. So that tells us a lot of things. The firelight is on, so it can't be an Onryo also. So let's just go through the ghost list here and start talking about what it is and what it can't be. So first off, we'll start with spirit, right? We just tested spirit with the smudge. Spirits can only hunt 3 minutes after you've smudged them or incensed them. They call it incense now. So let's tick that off because it did it before 3 minutes. Wraiths cannot step in salt. It stepped in salt. We'll tick that off. A phantom, we know it's not a phantom because phantoms, when they hunt, they blink. How do I say this? They blink really slow. They're less visible. So like it'll blink and you may not see it for like a second or two or something like that. And then it reappears again. That makes it very dangerous to hunt. It did not do that. We did a poltergeist check. It is not a polter. We've not tested for banshee yet. We've not tested for Jinn. I don't think it turned the breaker off. I don't think it's a Jinn though, because when I was far away from it and it saw me, it didn't speed up. Jinn's special ability while the breaker is on, there's two of them. One of them is when you have sanity. It like nukes your sanity down by like 10 or 20% or something like that, maybe 25%. And the other is when it hunts, when it's further than 4 meters from you, it's like fast. It's not like super fast like other fast ghosts, but it is fast. And then as it gets back into range of you, it will slow back down to what its normal speed or line of sight speed is that time. Mare, we can't test with what we've done so far. Revenant, it's not a Revenant because we saw one earlier, right? It's not super fast. Generally, Revenants are really slow, and then they get line of sight you, they're really fast. Shade, we've not tested Shade yet. We can test that, though. Best ways to go into the ghost room and have a firelight on in there, have a crucifix in there, right? If the ghost ever blows the firelight out while you're in the room, then it's not a shade. The ghost can't hunt while you're in the room. If it does, then it's a shade, not a shade, right? Demon. Demon's hard to test. Best way to test demon is either you place a crucifix far away and it still hits it, even though it wasn't in the normal range, or on the smudge timer, right? The demon actually can hunt a minute after a smudge instead of a minute and a half, right? So demons are a minute. Every ghost is a minute and a half, and spirit is 3 minutes. Yurei is a piece of shit. Yurei's special ability is that it double touches the door and closes it. The Yurei is the only ghost in the game that can close the front door, not from a hunt and not from a ghost event. So as of right now, I could like turn around and the door would be closed behind me, and it would be like, oh, it's a Yurei. Onis have a couple tails. So Oni, one of the special things about Oni is that it ghost events a lot, but it can't do one ghost event. So if you ever, we call it an airball, you'll see like a little airball that blows around, then like it breathes in like your ear or something like that when it hits you. An Oni cannot do that. So if you ever have that happen, it can't be an Oni. Yokai is a stupid ghost. A yokai is a ghost that has a shorter detection range for electronics and sight. Um, I don't think this is a yokai because I'm pretty certain uh, it my flashlight on not the previous hunt, the hunt before, when I walked up, my flashlight notified the ghost I was there, so it left the room finally. Haunt 2s are unique ghosts because they are fast as fuck in the cold and slow as shit in the warm, and they do not have they don't speed up from line of sight. When the breaker is off, you can see cold breath from the ghost. It's not a Haunt 2 because it's not fast. We'd hear it be fast as shit in its ghost room. Um, Goryo is the worst ghost out of all of these. There is no tell for the Goryo. There's no way to figure out a Goryo other than through intuition. Goryos cannot change ghost rooms. So if the ghost is in the same room forever and doesn't do shit, like other than like its normal stuff of like hunting here and there, it could be a Goryo. Mylings, they are quiet when hunting. Their footsteps are harder to hear, and you can't hear them until they're super close. This is not a Myling. We heard its footsteps just fine. Onryo, we just tested, right? Put the firelight next to the crucifix. The ghost uses a crucifix and not the firelight. Onryos, they firelight acts as a crucifix for an Onryo. Special thing for Onryo too is after it blows out 3 firelights in a row, either being your, I guess the firelight in the ground or your lighter in your hand. If you saw that light and it blows that out, after 3 of them, it initiates a hunt. If another firelight or lighter or whatever is lit, it will blow that out instead of hunting. So you got to be careful with that. Twins, the twins tell is that um, the ghost has a double interaction at times. Its ability is that we call it the twin interaction. It will do 2 things at once in 2 separate rooms. But also its tell is one of them is slow and one of them is fast. There's a 50-50 chance you get one or the other. We've gotten normal speed ghost the whole time. This cannot be the twins. Raiju is has a couple unique things about it. One, that electrical equipment flashes from further away. I believe generally it's like 10 meters from the ghost. Electrical equipment flashes. I think Raiju is 15. And Raiju is also fast as fuck when it's in range of flashing electrical equipment, so it's not a Raiju. Obake, I haven't seen it do the Obake yet. I don't think it's an Obake. Obake's special ability during a hunt is that it actually transforms into another ghost model. We've not seen it happen once yet, and we just looped the ghost a shit ton while doing the poltergeist check, so I don't think it's Obake. Mimic. Mimic is a fun ghost. Even though this is no evidence, Mimic will show ghost orbs. Mimic doesn't actually have ghost orb as an evidence. You see here when I check it, the Mimic grays out. The Mimic is special thing is that it can mimic any ghost in the game. It will mimic all of their abilities. It mimics their speeds, mimics everything about them other than their evidence. The way to check for Mimic in this is to either A, let the ghost hunt a lot. At some point in time, you may see it like hunt as a Diogen, and the next thing you know, it's a different ghost. That's generally how you tell. Or I can take a camera in there and check with a check and see if I see ghost orbs or not. So we don't know if it's a Mimic yet or not. Moroi. This is definitely on Moroi. So Moroi is fast as fuck when you have no sanity. That's the special thing about it. It is like a normal speed ghost when it hunts you, up until you get about like 40 to 30% sanity. Then it starts speeding up. And I believe because of that, Moroi is technically the fastest ghost in the game once it has its line of sight fully sped up at 0% sanity. This is not a Moroi. It was not super fast. Diogen is a fun ghost. Diogen is the easiest ghost to tell, and it's the hardest ghost to die to. You cannot hide from the Diogen. The Diogen, when it hunts, if it's far away from you, will sound like the fucking Roadrunner. It is scary as shit. You will hear its pitter patters come running at you a million miles an hour. The moment it gets close to you, it slows down to a snail. The thing is, you can't hide. You just have to walk it like a dog everywhere. And then, so this is not a Deogen. Fae is the fastest natural ghost in the game. This is not a Fae. The thing runs like a fucking madman and will scare the shit out of you. So this is what we're down to ghost-wise here. So off those hunts, this is everything we've eliminated so far. And this is what we got left, right? And some of these ghosts are really annoying. What we're going to do... God, this isn't going to help me out, right? What does this give me? This gives me 10%. Does this give me anything? Your rogue is a fucking genius. Absolute spot on, grade A fucking genius. Okay, so we need a test for Shade. Okay, so this isn't going to do much for us, right? We're going to take all these because fuck it. It's going to get us to 40%. It's not going to do a lot. The ghost can already hunt, so it's something to be scared of. It turned the breaker off. I don't think that's used up twice. I think it's only used up once. So this is a parabolic microphone. It can there's a unique sound the Banshee gives, and that's what we're praying for right now. We're also checking to see if this is a shade. Like we could turn this. Oh, turn the breaker off. That's right. The fact it's not hunting me right now makes me feel like this is a shade. Like the ghost is doing nothing. It's not. It's just walking around. Hasn't blown out a firelight yet. Hasn't tried to hunt. I could, Shade's hunt threshold is 35% sanity. So taking those 4 sanity pills put me at 40. So I'd also be above its hunt threshold. That's absolutely wild, dude. That does the DM just give him sneak attack as like flanking or whatever? Pretty much, if anyone's like standing near him, doesn't he have to be technically flanking? Does he give him? I mean, the ghost is doing nothing now that we're in the room. Oh, okay. So ghost evented me. That's an airball event. It cannot be an Oni. It cannot be a shade. At least it shouldn't be a shade. Let's be real here real quick. Still not hunting me, which is weird. Like a good way to test this, right? Like it shouldn't be able to be a shade because it evented me. But technically it walked in that closet, but this all should count as the same room. That's a whisper you just heard. We're gonna walk out of this room real quick and see if it tries to hunt. This is the best way to test shade. The ghost ain't doing shit, right? Okay, we have a really passive ghost. Okay, so it hunted from somewhere else. It walked through salt, that's why it slowed down. The bad thing is, since this is a female model ghost, this ghost can crawl. So I have no idea where this ghost is at. I can't see it. It's in the basement right now. I need to get the lights turned on so I can actually see where this ghost is at. I think the ghost is crawling right now. The hunt is over. Can't remember, was it in here? Yes, it is. Okay. All right, so it also, so we're down to here. I'm gonna say this is not a demon. It's got Oni breath balled. Sonic, I think it changed Ghost Room, so Sonic Goryo. It definitely changed Ghost Rooms. That is that on there. It's another whisper. Did it turn a light on? Okay, so the ghost turned that light on in there, which means that this cannot be a mare. So no mare. So we're down to like Yurei Banshee. So while the ghost is hunting, we can actually get the Banshee scream. Luckily, the ghost isn't walking over to us, I guess. Okay, so that's what, our third or fourth whisper. Generally, at this point in time, you would say like, "Oh, this probably isn't a blah blah blah," because the ghost is that used? That was used. Okay. Is this used? No, it's not. Okay. Just because it's a 33% chance every time you get a whisper for the ghost to be Banshee or not. It's hunting again. We're hoping to hear a Yurei touch. You can't get the Yurei touch during hunts, only outside of hunts. Oh, this technically could still be a yokai. Let's be real here. Okay. This is definitely not a yokai. It came right to me. Fucking bitch bent over backwards like that. Goddamn, dude. It's another whisper. This is the tough part, right? We like how far do I go about this, right? We've got like 5 whispers now. You can almost say it's not a Banshee because it has a 33% chance time every time for it to be a Banshee scream. But I haven't heard a Yurei door touch yet, and if I did, I missed it. The fun part is there's like a 33% chance. It's like a chance the ghost returns back to where it last saw you on a hunt, and that's what happened here. Oh, I think it's seeing me. It's speeding up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Smudge it. Start a timer. What we're gonna do here real quick is we haven't checked for ghost orbs yet. This is almost impossible to be a mimic. Because you would think at some point in time, right, the ghost would be fast. But the ghost has done nothing to be fast. This almost seems like a Yurei. I wish this ghost would just close the front door. But now we gotta check and see, right? The ghost was in here. Where it changed ghost rooms to. We're gonna check all this real quick. We're gonna make sure we don't see any ghost orbs. I mean, yeah, the ghost hasn't been back in here, right? Okay. Oh, no. Okay, so actually, this ghost is a Yurei. It cannot be a Banshee. And if this ghost is... To me, this ghost almost has to be Yurei. We're just going to lock it in, and I'll explain why. After I got the ghost right.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Remember when I said I thought it was a shade? The ghost changed ghost rooms and fucked me there. That was a shade. So the ghost The ghost didn't do shit, then change ghost rooms are doing stuff again. Okay, so I should just gone shade, but okay. So I'll go through my process of explanation there. Why I thought the ghost was Ure. Um, so because I already eliminated everything but Ure and Banshee, I forgot that it was just recently found out through one of the devs telling us that the Banshee special ability does not allow the Banshee to change ghost rooms. So the Banshee special ability is to roam around to the player, and like if you're in range of the Banshees, I can't remember how big its range is. I'm sure on that map it's like anywhere on the map other than the basement. It can roam to you, and um, yeah, so that's pretty much there. Finding out a shade in that scenario would have been really hard considering it had started changing ghost rooms a lot. Like it was over there and that between the bathroom and the boys' room kind of stuff doing over there. I guess if I would have just gone over there and waited again, we'd have been fine. Right? We were already on that map 23 minutes, and I just eliminated shade because I mean, it did the only breath ball to me in that room, right? It was in the room and did the breath ball. And that's kind of where people have issues with shade. The idea is shade can't write in ghost books. They can't blow firelights out. They can't event. They can't hunt if you're in the same room. That all counts as one room for that house. So the fact that it ghost evented me from the same room and then still was a shade is kind of some of the issues people have with the shade. Shades can be a little annoying for that. Maybe you can say the shade walked in the living room and then triggered a ghost event that started there or something. I don't know, right? Like there's a lot of reasons behind that, but that's just kind of there.